Cotton Cola.
Hey everyone, Cotton here. So now that I share with you my favorite movies of 2017, I'd like to share with you my least favorite movies of 2017. But before I get into that, I'd like to share with you some movies I haven't seen that I've heard really bad things about. A Dog's Purpose, Baywatch, Chips, Friend Request, Ghost in the Shell, Home Again, The House, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, Snatched, Suburbicon, Transformers The Last Night, Wish Upon, The Circle, The Bye Bye Man, Flatliners, Unforgettable. Alright, without further ado, let me get into my least favorite films of 2017, starting with number 5. The Snowman. It is directed by Thomas Alfredson, who also directed the great Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy movie with Gary Oldman. It is executive produced by Martin Scorsese. You all should know who Martin Scorsese is. He's like one of the most famous directors of all time. And it stars Michael Fassbender, Rebecca Ferguson, and J.K. Simmons. This is gift wrapped for me to love, and it was so easy for this movie to be good. It's not. Michael Fassbender sleepwalks through this entire movie. None of the characters are interesting, and this movie is edited together so poorly that I am convinced that the editors may have been drunk while working. Okay, so maybe they weren't drunk, maybe they weren't, maybe they were, maybe they weren't, I don't know. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. All I know is that this movie is one big, gigantic mess. Number 4. Geostorm. This movie is written and directed by Dean Devlin, who has co-written several films with Roland Emmerich, the director of many action films such as Independence Day, Godzilla, and White House Down. Many of Emmerich's films have been criticized for having a bad story, one-dimensional characters, and an over-reliance on big action sequences and explosions. All of those flaws are unfortunately present in Geostorm times 2. No one in this movie is likable, actor or character. The action is way too loud, and the dialogue is some of the most stupid lines that these ears have heard in a while. This film maybe would have been labeled as stupid, cheesy fun if it was released in the 90s, but nowadays this film will only be remembered as an overblown, gigantic mess. Number 3. 50 Shades Darker. So I didn't see the first one, and the only reason why I saw this one was because I was curious as to how truly bad it would be. Even before it was announced, I knew this would be a bad film. So I decided to watch this film on HBO Now, and half the time I pulled out my phone and just played on it because it was so dull and so awkward. I feel really bad for the actors Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson because they have to be in these stupid movies. I hope that their contracts end soon so that they can get the hell out of here. And because it is clear they are not pleased with being in these movies and having to say this stupid dialogue, and we as audience members are not pleased watching them. Number 2. Resident Evil The Final Chapter. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I really need to get out of here. Oh boy, okay. Let's get into this. I am not a fan of any of the Resident Evil movies. I haven't even seen like the third or fourth one. I think this is the fifth one. But just like 50 Shades Darker, I wanted to see this for the sole reason to just see how truly awful it is. And it is bad. It is really, really bad. Not only is it poorly acted, but this is also, in my opinion, the worst filmed and edited movie of the year. I had to pause the movie like 10 minutes in because my eyes were starting to hurt. My eyes are starting to hurt just thinking about it right now. The visuals are so messy. These movies are never really good in the first place, so there's no real reason why this one should exist, let alone why anyone should watch this garbage. Alright, so before I share with you my least favorite movie of 2017 period, I'd like to share with you some honorable mentions, or in this case, dishonorable mentions. Films that I really didn't like, but I felt were better than the ones on this list. Alien Covenant, Beauty and the Beast, The Dark Tower, Death Note, The Hitman's Bodyguard, and the Tom Cruise movie The Mummy. Not the Brendan Fraser one, the Tom Cruise one. And my number one worst movie of all time is the Emoji Movie. What else would it be? Of course it would be this movie. Seriously, who thought that making this movie would be a good idea? Like, whoever thought that should be fired. Like, not only should be fired, but should be, like, blacklisted from Hollywood. There are plenty of reasons to hate this movie. The bad writing, terrible jokes, the product placements that are right in your face. But for me, the biggest reason to hate on this movie is because they're originally going to make either this movie or another movie. And Sony canceled that other movie and made this movie. And you know what the other movie was? It was the Popeye movie. The Popeye movie was going to be directed by Janny Tarkovsky. I think that's what his name is. The creator of the amazing show Samurai Jack and the director of Hotel Transylvania. A pretty funny Adam Sandler animated movie. He was planning on making a film about Popeye, but Sony decided to cancel that film in favor of the Emoji Movie. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna mention another bad thing about this movie. There are plenty, but just one other thing is that this movie teaches terrible lessons to kids. Text more? This movie is just one big corporate sellout and deserves to be hated by literally everyone in the whole world. It shouldn't even be liked in a sarcastic way. I'll watch like top 10 best films of 2017 lists, and people will jokingly say like, "Oh, why isn't the Emoji Movie on here?" No, you shouldn't even joke about pretending like this movie. This is definitely my least favorite film of 2017, and I'm so glad that I can stop talking about these movies because I am mad. Okay, back to my face now, and enough of the voiceover narration. Alright, so that's it on my least favorite films of 2017. I'm going to do a list of my top 10 favorite shows of 2017 and my top 5 least favorite shows of 2017. Alright, well, thanks again for watching, and yeah, bye.